Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. Oh my gosh, it's time for episode 3 of The Swan Girls. I can't actually believe the reception that you guys are giving me for this series on my Chanel. I literally cannot believe that so many of you have watched this, and also, like, so many of you have commented that you actually saw this when this was, like, live on television all those years ago. And also, I don't know if you know, my lovelies, but there are a few of the ex-contestants in my comments talking and watching this show. I hope that you guys are really enjoying the series so far. So just a quick recap. In the last viewing party, we witnessed Christy and Christina battle it out, if you can say that. God, that's an awful way to say it, really, isn't it? On this plastic surgery reality TV show from 2004. And Christina had made it to the pageant. Aren't we really excited about that, my loves? Also, the reason why I'm wearing this rather revealing outfit is because it is 90 billion degrees here in London today. I can't believe the temperature. All of a sudden, it's just like summer has happened, girls. Between this and bridal plastic, I can't believe the direction that my Chanel has going in. It's literally, I've just become like a plastic surgery reaction channel. I totally did not expect that happening. So my lovelies, because these videos tend to be quite long, why don't we pop in my hanger immediately? It's time for The Swan, episode 3.
Previously on The Swan, the incredible phenomenon began. In week 1, 20 million people watched Rachel Love Frazier transform, and
20 million people watch. Oh, that is a screenshot, isn't it? 20 million people watched this when it came out. 20. No wonder why we're all ruined.
last week,
Oh, I'm so excited!
the unbelievable transformations continued as Christy Garza
Hot flush, girls.
and Christina Tyree
That is a lovely dress.
experienced their own dream-come-true transformations. The judges voted and sent one more contestant
Christina Tyree.
on to the Swan pageant. She joins Rachel Love Frazier from week 1.
God,
Tonight,
8
spot
finalists.
number 3 is up for grabs as 2 more competitors experience the transformations of a lifetime. Who will go to the pageant and who will go home tonight on the Swan?
God, how dramatic is that? It sounds like who's going to go to the pageant and who's going to die? Like, it's so over the top, isn't it? Am I even ready? I don't know if I am.
Good evening. I'm Amanda Byram and
She's got a
welcome
different-
to The Swan, the most
She's got a different dress on, girls. Look at that.
unusual competition ever
man,
devised. 2 women have already been selected for the
Illuminati.
Swan pageant.
Or
Tonight,
very illicit
2
if
more
you
women
speak
will
sign
experience
language.
the most radical transformations ever attempted. But in the end, only one of tonight's women will move on to the pageant
I'm going to
and
go
have
and
a
caress
chance
this
to be
banister.
crowned the Swan.
Oh no, I'm just going to. Oh, there it is. Come on, Swan girls. You can't forget to caress your gorgeous banister. So dramatic.
Welcome, team of experts. Let's introduce you to Cindy Ingle, a mom from San Diego, California.
Cindy Ingle. Come on, Cindy. Don't do this.
My name is Cindy Ingle. I am 32 years old. I grew up in a small town. I was really, really shy. Big nose, and I was just an easy target for kids to pick on.
God, aren't children
When I was in
awful?
elementary school,
Oh, a
my
witch.
grade put on a
Why would they-
Halloween program. I was easily selected to be the witch. That's how I see myself.
Look at all of them. Look at those vultures just like,
Yes, come into my office.
what storyline are they going for here? So because she has a very unique nose, they're just like,
She's a witch and she doesn't want to be the witch anymore.
I can already feel this like storyline brewing of like, she's gone from a witch to a woman. Like, ugh. Stop doing this. Why do we ever allow this to happen? Stop it.
I don't understand what it feels like inside to know, to feel ugly, unattractive.
To me, Cindy's beautiful,
With a nice stylist.
inside and out.
Oh,
But
good.
her
Finally. Finally, a husband has said something lovely. Finally. God, this show has been filled with, like, awful husbands so far. He just said she's beautiful inside and out. Wonderful. I hope you tell her that every 5 minutes of the day. Every time you see her, just go, wow, you look stunning. Every single time. God, I just...
Confidence is nowhere near as high as it used to be.
I was 23 years
Wait,
old
what
when
was
I married
that?
Ken.
What did he say?
Her self-confidence is nowhere near as high as it used to be.
I was 23 years old when I married Ken. And then all of a sudden I found myself pregnant. After pregnancy, the body starts changing.
Which is
I
normal.
nursed for a number of years. It took a
Yes.
toll on my breast. And then my facial hair became a problem.
Oh.
Now it's gotten to a point where I use a razor every day.
Yeah, but... What was that noise? What was that boom clash? I am sure that there are plenty of women around the world that remove their facial hair with whatever means they can. Around the world, like daily. I'm sure that is a thing that absolutely happens. I've known women in my life that have had to do that. I think this show is trying to really ridicule what the idea of beauty is. It's really trying to enforce this such a high standard, but it's high for 2004 where everyone looks the same. I mean, weirdly enough, we're actually going full circle again now and everyone seems to look the same again for some reason. But as I said before, pregnancy takes a huge toll on the body. The body is going to change and we need to normalize these post-pregnancy bodies because that's the only way humanity is going to be able to survive without a huge amount of mental baggage that is totally unnecessary. But at the same time, if you feel that you have a problem with your post-pregnancy body or your body at all, I'm an absolute advocate. If you want to get cosmetic surgery, go and have it done. Just don't go on TV, which ridicules the whole thing to make it a competition against somebody else, where you can't have second opinions, where you can't have correct healing regimes, where you can't have a correct diet. It's just wrong.
Real self-conscious during sex. Lights are typically off. I wear a
Me too,
shirt
sis.
because, kind of cover up my stomach, my breasts. I want to feel confident in bed. I want my sex life going from blah to chickabam.
Oh. The vultures love that.
I love you. It's hard for me to be away from my children. Topeka, baby, I love you.
4 months away from your family. 3 months away from your family.
It's going to make me a better person.
The Swan isn't going to make you a better person, my love. A good amount of therapy and
I don't know how I'm
will
going to do
help
it.
you to become a better person. It will put you on the right track.
I'm going to miss my family so much.
A competition for surgery isn't it going to?
But this is really important to me.
God, this is a lot, isn't it? Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
breaks my heart.
Come on,
But
vultures.
in Cindy's own words, how do we turn her from blah to chickabam?
Cindy represents the ideal plastic surgical patient. She realizes that her nose is droopy and she also has a pointy chin. In her own words, she looked like a witch. Wouldn't you agree, Terry?
That's an incredibly difficult nose to do. I mean, that nose could go horribly wrong if you make a few false moves on it.
She doesn't have the
lovely.
greatest of genetics, and I'm wondering what we're going to do with her stomach. I can put her on all the sit-ups in the world. That's a tough one to tackle.
That's not going to help loose skin with bad stretch marks. She just needs some breast enhancement as well as a small abdominal plastic.
Abdominal plastic. God,
Do
we've
you
had enough
think that she'll
plastic
be
recently.
prepared for a beauty pageant?
It's going to be a difficult transformation.
You need a
Well, time is
personality
ticking,
plastic.
so let's go. Cindy's plan features several procedures, starting with her face. She will have a nose job, brow and mid-face lift, cheek refinement, and...
Why do they want to give everybody a brow lift? Her brows are beautiful. Look at those. That brow shape and brow arch is stunning. It goes up, it accentuates away. She's got a lovely eye shape. Honestly, a little bit of carefully placed brown liner with nice eyelashes will really accentuate her eye. She does not need surgery for her brow. That is insane. Ironically now also that her pointy chin, a V-shaped pointy chin, is actually in vogue right now. Ironic, isn't it?
fat removal below the eye, lip augmentation, liposuction and shortening of the chin, photofacial, hair removal, collagen and LASIK eye surgery. For her body, Cindy will have breast augmentation,
having glasses is
liposuction of the
bad.
inner thighs as well as a tummy tuck. For her fitness transformation, Cindy will be put on a 1,200 calorie a day diet and will spend 2 hours a day at the gym.
So it's the same diet for
For
everyone.
confidence and self-esteem,
Stupid.
she will undergo weekly therapy and coaching.
Weekly therapy again. I actually feel like Cindy is getting the least surgery out of everyone here, which is a good thing on this show. It just seems really, really weird. Like, throughout the couple of episodes we've seen so far, they're getting 12, 13 procedures. This seems a little bit less, but it's still too much. All in one go.
Next competitor, Tonya Cook from Colorado, is in desperate need of your expertise. Let's hear her story so that we can discuss what it will take to turn her life around.
Oh, come on, Tonya. Okay. Oh, the music.
In the past 3 years, there's been some tragic events that have happened to me. My brother passed away. He was burned over 80% of his body. And
oh, God. This is so much.
his kids were there and they seen it.
Surgery is not going to help. Everyone in this situation needs lifelong, carefully planned therapy to deal with a traumatic event like that. The Swan is absolutely not going to help that.
The next couple months were really tough. My husband left. He was called back to active duty in the Navy. I would call. He wouldn't answer the phone. So finally, he talked about a divorce.
Tonya.
And then I got laid off.
Oh my
and then all of a sudden,
God.
it was just like, not again. When I look in the mirror now, I just see an old lady, somebody who's just not all what she was before. My life right now is scary.
She's just really scared about a lot of things.
She's stunning.
Are you okay?
I'm better.
This
She
is
has
so
a
bad.
big self-confidence issue.
Laying it on thick for this
And now I'm
whole
unemployed.
episode. How a producer could look at this person's life and go,
What an amazing storyline this will be. I'm a goblin.
like, absolutely disgusting. Foul, foul, foul.
Single. I hit 40, and basically, I don't know where I'm going.
Such a heartbreaking story. Do you think she's emotionally capable of the Swan program?
She suffered so many losses, and before she can heal from one, there's just another huge one that happens to her. So she really needs therapy. She's
Apparently, you guys also informed me in the comments on my last couple of Swan videos that this therapist that we're hearing talking actually qualified from an online school in therapy. So that makes me kind of go like, while I agree online school is a recognized, you know, certificate and thing, I do feel like with something like online therapy, you need to have like hands-on experience for years and years and years and years and years, not just be like, I qualified from online school, let me do the job on TV now, girls. That just feels so disingenuous.
I agree with you. The stress that Tanya's had over the past several years have really aged her face. She's 40 years old, but she looks 10 years older to me. I mean, she really needs surgical rejuvenation.
I wouldn't agree.
She needs a facelift, a brow
She's
lift,
got
the tip of her
excellent
nose
cheekbones.
rejuvenated. She needs a lot of facial surgery, as well as a lot of body surgery. So she's a
I think her face actually looks really pretty. I just feel like a great skincare routine and a little bit of help in the styling department would be all she needs. I don't think he's going to give her a brow lift. He's going to give her like an eye bag reduction, blah, blah, blah. Like all the things he gives to everybody else. Awful.
big project. She's willing to undergo all of that.
When she smiles in her photos, all you see are her gum tissues. Probably what I'd like to do is raise her gum tissues and give her just a big, beautiful smile.
I'd like to have her.
Raise your gum tissues? Is that not bad for like the teeth? Raise the gum tissue. I don't know very much about dentistry, but that sounds awful. Raise the gum tissue. Maybe that is a thing that happens often, but my goodness, what a horrible name for something. Raised gum tissue. Oh, vile. Sounds like a drink from The Alchemist.
2 or 3 hours a day. I'd like to go from Pilates to aerobics to the circuit training to the weightlifting to every facet of training. So getting in shape, I don't think it'll be any problem.
Tonya's Swan plan includes a nose job, a brow and mid-facelift, fat removal below the eye, lip augmentation, Botox, collagen and a photo facial. For Tanya's body, she will have a tummy tuck and liposuction in 3 different areas.
God, 4
The
surgeries in one
dentist,
go.
Tonya will have bleaching to whiten her teeth, upper and lower veneers, surgery on her gums and deep cleaning.
Oh! The other contestant is not having any dental work done. I wonder why that is. I wonder why, my loves. You guys also informed me from my last video that the Da Vinci veneers, the type of veneers that apparently they use, although they haven't said it here, they've said full veneers, not Da Vinci veneers. Apparently the reason why they whiten the teeth and then put the veneers on top is because the Da Vinci veneers are very, very, very thin and you can still see the tooth colour underneath. Totally understand that now. Thank you so much for elucidating my knowledge. I didn't realise that there was different types of thickness of veneer. I just didn't realise, my loves.
Her fitness regimen will include a balanced diet and nearly 3 hours a day of intense cardio and weight training, 6 days a week.
Oh, this is the first contestant we have met that has not been put on that.
2 hours cardio, 1,200 calories diet.
So on Tonya, they've put her on a balanced diet. What is that? We don't know. Don't know it. No idea what that is yet. And cardio for 3 hours, 6 days a week. That is a lot. That's a lot of cardio. I feel like that's the health. This is like the healthiest part of this whole show we've seen so far, is the idea of doing weight training and cardio every day with a rest day and a balanced diet. I feel like that's the healthiest thing we've seen so far.
She will also undergo therapy to work through her depression. Right, well, she's a lot of work to do to get herself ready for the pageant, but
yes, you say work through her depression. She's got a bit more than just, you know, run-of-the-mill average depression. She's got extreme trauma, PTSD from events that have happened throughout her life that she needs specialist help with, not this woman who's just like, I'll see you once an hour every week. Oh, is it really sad? Oh, that woman. No.
That's why she's here. So let's get moving.
God, come on, vultures.
Coming up, the competition and the transformations begin. Cindy's dream of a better profile
I'm going from a huge nose to a tiny, cute nose.
may not be as easy as it seems.
You know, there are certain limitations.
And for Tonya, tragedy strikes again.
Just got a call from Connie Cook's family.
Coming up on The Swan.
What the absolute what is this show? Why is it like, oh my god, quickly show all the drama happening, show it all, make it seem like harmless reality TV drama? This is a lot. This episode is going to be too much.
The Swan program begins now for our two competitors, Cindy and Tawnya, as they head to Los Angeles. Cindy hopes to lose her embarrassing facial hair and fix the nose that has haunted her all her life. Tonya's goal is to go to the pageant looking 10 years younger and emotionally free of the pain of her tragic past. If they were self-conscious about their
really
looks
rinse
before,
that storyline.
that won't be a problem for the next 3 months.
Oh no, there's
No mirrors, girl.
Next time I look in a mirror, it's gonna be a new me.
Although multiple people actually commented in my last video as well. It doesn't really make any sense. I need to talk to like the former contestants about if they managed to sneak a peek at their reflection. Because like if you were to go in the bath or run a pool of water in the sink, you would see your reflection. If you were eating in any sort of like metal cutlery, you would see your reflection. You maybe even see it in like really shiny sparkly glasses. There are so many ways to see your reflection that isn't just a mirror. I wonder.
This is just the beginning. They have no idea the challenge that lies ahead.
Welcome to the Swan program.
We hope that in a few months
Certainly
you
is
will
a
look
challenge.
and feel runway ready for the most glamorous night ever, the Swan pageant.
Pageant. I forget again. The pageant. The pageant girls.
I have a lot.
So if we don't know already, I think we explained it kind of in the beginning, but I'm just going to recap again. All of these girls are getting all of this surgery pitted against each other, and only one of them can be deemed the winner and go on to a pageant where they all compete for a modelling contract because they've all won this plastic surgery competition and become the Swan. Who thinks this up?
I work ahead of me to get Cindy ready for the pageant. Her sharp facial features, including her nose and her long chin, need to be softened, and motherhood has taken a real toll on her body.
Let's have a look at your breast. Do you mind standing up for me? Okay, so you've lost a lot of volume here.
This doctor.
From the nursing. And you
should
need
smile
improvement
more.
of your abdomen. You've got stretch marks here.
Oh,
and a little bit of overhang.
The thing is, I think we need to normalize these sorts of ideas because, like, your body has produced an entire human life. My body is covered in stretch marks because I used to be overweight and I've lost a lot of weight and I've put a lot of weight on quite quickly over a few years. HRT has had an effect on that as well. I'm absolutely gobsmacked at the level of how these doctors just talk about these people as products. It does make me a little bit, like, alarmed. My stretch marks are the tiger stripes against the battles I have won in my life.
We would cut all this out.
Cindy needs an internal nipple lift with breast implants. I'll also perform a tummy tuck and liposuction on her inner thighs.
My biggest challenge with Cindy is to fix her nose, and it's not going to be easy. Her nose is just too long and too droopy.
I hate that.
For your face. This nose.
It's no! Your nose is too droopy for your face. It's her face, it's her nose. How rude.
Okay. I've had a witch's nose my entire life, and I feel that's my biggest obstacle to get to the pageant.
Did you hear that? That was a sentence planted on her by a production. Somebody in production must have told her then to say, I've had a witch's nose my entire life, and I feel that's my biggest obstacle to get to the pageant. No one in the real world would ever say that. So it's got to be a production plant sentence forced to make her come across as like, forced to, like, I don't know, mess up with her storyline, make a storyline. I don't know what their idea was. Vile.
Cindy is facing a series of challenging procedures. Now, let's see how involved Tanya's surgical plan will be.
Oh, here we go.
Tonya
Dr.
is really the kind of patient we love to operate on. It's a scalpel, not a magic wand, but sometimes it does magic. And that's what I think Tonya will do, magic.
Now your nose, let's talk about your nose, because that's sort of the number one thing.
Yes.
If you were just to do a simple, what we call hump removal, that would probably be 80% improvement in your nose.
She doesn't even have a hump.
Tonya is 40. She just looks older than her age. To take those years off of her and transform her, she needs liposuction on her thighs.
Don't
and
put her in a
hips,
frumpy
tummy
grey
tuck,
outfit.
Take the bump off her nose, and a mini facelift. You might consider doing a little mini lift.
I don't think so, because I kind of like my cheekbones.
Tonya's the oldest Swan we have, but she doesn't want a facelift, which is what I really think she needs, and that makes it challenging to rejuvenate her face.
First time we've seen somebody stand up against these doctors. Absolutely perfect. You can say no in this situation. Oh my god, Tonya, you've enlightened my day so far. That is amazing. The fact that you said, no, I actually like my cheekbones. I don't want a facelift. Boom! Drop the mic, girl. You fucking stunner. Yes, go!
Tonya is reluctant to follow the doctor's advice, but Cindy is
not
eager to begin her
advice.
transformation. Her next stop,
Surgery
the
is not
dermatologist
advice.
for laser hair removal.
I'm really excited about
here
the
we
hair
go.
removal. Knowing that I'm a woman and I'm here with an electric razor having to shave my face every day. It's not a fun thing to do.
A lot of your hairs are here on the jawline and the cheeks. We're gonna need to shave that first, then we'll go over with the hair removal.
Gosh, I
Next
wonder what
time
hair
I'm
removal
looking
was
in the
like in
mirror, I'm
2002,
gonna feel like a
3.
woman.
While Cindy undergoes a procedure to end an embarrassing daily chore, Tonya heads to the dentist for intensive surgery to get her smile pageant ready.
She has this great big smile and tiny little teeth and a lot of gum tissue. So we're going to reshape, change the size, color, contour, and everything about her teeth.
Oh, I'm not sure
I
about
hate
that.
my smile. We're making her temporary veneers, and she'll have the beautiful teeth in a couple weeks when we put her permanents on. Your teeth are gonna look awesome when you're done.
That was a lot.
It's
Hot
been a
and sweaty
whirlwind
girls.
week for our competitors. Tomorrow, Cindy will endure 10 hours of extensive surgery.
10 hours of extensive surgery.
She's feeling very alone. Her Navy husband is at
Please
sea,
answer.
and she desperately misses her young sons.
Please answer.
How's my precious stinky dinks? Fine. Fine? You sound good. I still have your flower you gave me.
Oh.
Is it dying? Well, it's turning a little brown. You okay without me?
God.
Yes.
I'm getting really
gonna be
emotional.
okay?
What's wrong with me?
Yes. All right. I love you.
Oh.
I love you.
Oh, mums. Aren't they lovely? God, they're really laying it on thick though, aren't they? Ugh, come off it.
The next morning, Cindy puts her sadness aside and focuses on the day she's waited for all her life.
Okay.
So ready
All
to
her
change
life.
my nose.
Like a
It's
3-year-old.
been a stigma to me my whole life.
Cindy's nose is going to be a tough case.
You're gonna
It's one of
mention
the
it
more
about a witch
difficult
again?
rhinoplasties I've ever attempted.
You know, there are certain limitations. We have to just be realistic as to what we can and can't do.
Before I pass out, take good care of me. Make me beautiful.
We will.
Oh. Oh.
You got our work cut out here, huh?
Yes.
What I'm going to be doing today is liposuction on her inner thighs and an endoscopic brow lift with mid-facelift. I'm going to be shortening her chin and augment her lips. Then I'll give her a tummy tuck and breast augmentation. But the area that is going to take the most time will be her nose.
All of that work
I'm
in
about
10
to
hours.
start the breasts.
What?
I'm going to aim for a small to mid-C on her. Went very well. Now becomes more of the critical time.
Correcting the droopy tip of her nose is going to be particularly difficult.
4x4.
I have to rebuild it by taking cartilage out of her ear and placing it strategically inside her nose.
Wow. Okay.
Scalp.
Fascinating that we can even do this.
Taking a graft from the
That
ear
was a
to
fast.
lower-
Did you see that? That was a fast little transition. Like whiz done, whiz done. The people in the editing suite must have had an absolute field day with this.
the nostrils is a procedure that is very rarely performed.
So it's especially surgery, really.
We finished the nose. That was a rather grueling, challenging operation. And now the whole thing's come together. Okay. Now it's about her healing and having a good attitude.
Cindy, this is just the beginning. Now I gotta keep fit,
poor thing.
stick with the diet, start exercising. I'm ready to win.
Only time will tell if the
Oh,
grueling
surgery
procedure...
does not look great, does it? I've looked a bit like this when I've come out of surgery. It's not fun at all. In a way, I'm kind of a bit nervous for my facial feminization surgery because I'm probably going to look exactly like this for weeks, and I'm just like, I'm not quite mentally prepared for it yet, but it's a couple of years away, so you know.
Fix Cindy's witch-like nose.
Witch-like nose.
Surgery, her
Stop
thoughts are
it.
with her daughters, who have helped her through many tough times.
Oh,
She
God.
looks to them for support.
Hi, Mom. It's me.
My family's always been right there, and I miss my daughters bad.
I love you, and I miss you so much.
Just got a call from Tawnya Cook's family. Her daughter was in a car accident. We're not sure what the details are.
What? There was already a camera there filming the door, and she's literally watching the videos of her daughter. They must have known this already. They must have known that this was coming. What? Oh, this is gonna make me sick.
Coming up, tragedy forces Tawnya to make a tough decision.
I have to get back home.
And Cindy finds out if her risky nose surgery worked or not.
I wanted to cry. I just wanted to cry.
Who will make it to the reveal? Coming up on The Swan.
God, the levels of production on this show.
Tonya anxiously awaited news of her daughter, whose car had flipped over in a terrifying accident. After losing her job, her marriage, and her brother back to back, Tonya is expecting the worst.
My daughter, who's 16, has been in a wreck. The waiting is the hardest part.
Don't make it like this should have been cut. Filming should have been cut immediately. None of this should have ever been made. None of this should have ever been made. She should have been taken immediately back to her daughter, immediately back to the real world. This is unacceptable.
I'm gonna lose somebody else. And especially like one of my girls. Because that's the same way I got the call from my brother. It was just like, there's been an accident. The whole scene started replaying in my head again. Whatever I do, I have to get back home. I gotta see if she's okay. Cakers, what happened?
I flew off the mountain.
You flew off the mountain.
Yeah. And the tow truck people kept telling me it was totaled.
Do you need me to come home, hon?
No, Mom.
Are you sure?
Gosh, yes. You
You
should
okay?
go home and be with your daughter.
I still want to go home, but my daughter told me I should stay and I need to do this for myself.
Wow. Wow.
Even though her daughter is okay, Tonya is shaken. Minutes before surgery, she surprises Dr. Dubrow with the news that she's backing out of another key procedure.
So, in terms of this bump, you've decided to leave it alone.
Yeah, both my girls have the same bump.
Yes.
So I want to just kind of leave that alone.
Yes, yes.
I'm a bit disappointed. In the consult, we agreed that taking the bump off her nose would make her look a lot better. If you were just to do a
Make her look a lot better. Well, Dubrow, it's not up to you, is it? It's up to your patient, and a patient can always refuse doctor's advice. Absolutely awful, because it feels like he's forcing her to do surgeries that she just doesn't want to do. What the show could have done is made this a great point of just saying something like, surgery isn't for everyone, and not everybody is going to want the same surgeries that we advise, and that is absolutely fine. As a doctor, we are here to provide a service, not to decide everything. I feel like that would have been an excellent moment of learning. Instead, they're going to be like,
oh, she's not going to win the pageant because she's not getting the surgery I've told her. Eggs, eggs, eggs.
Absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
simple, what we call hump removal, that would probably be 80% improvement in your nose.
Oh, definitely. If I look in the mirror after the past 3 years, what I've been through, and I didn't see some resemblance of the person I was,
exactly,
I would freak out.
Yes.
So we'll do a tip refinement, but I'm not sure it's going to make a huge difference. Now, let's talk about the tummy. What we're going to do is a traditional
tip
tummy
refinement.
tuck. All of this skin will be removed, and this beautiful skin above your belly button will be pulled down to here. First, I'm going to perform a tummy tuck, and then I'm going to do extensive liposuction on her hips and thighs. I will refine the tip of her nose, and finally I'm going to do a brow lift and remove fat from beneath her eyes and enhance her lips with fat injections to give her a happier and more youthful look. We're going to remove this whole section, give her a flat, awesome abdomen. All of her stretch marks will be gone. That's going to look great in a bikini. I'm really, really, really happy with this. So we'll go ahead and do the inner thigh, the gluteal
How to
area.
feel, my loves.
and the
Oh
outer
God,
thigh.
liposuction is so violent, isn't it?
Okay, let's turn her over, do her face work. And now we're going to go on and
Face
do
work.
the endoscopic brow lift. If Tonya would have given me carte blanche to do anything I wanted to do, I would
you're
have
not
taken
here
the
to do
bump
that.
off her nose. I would do even
Awful.
further,
Imagine.
more fine refinement of her tip.
Revoke.
I would have done a facelift on her. But
Immoral.
that's not what Tonya
Unethical.
wanted. So
No,
that's not
exactly.
what I wanted to do. So at the end of the day, she'll have a significant transformation when she'll recover much more quickly.
Good.
Tonya opted for less surgery. She is the first
Good.
contestant to turn down the doctor's plan. Cindy followed her surgical program, but extensive surgery means a long and painful recovery. Cindy is finding the hardest part is going through it alone.
I receive
Absolutely.
mail a lot, and it just,
No.
it keeps my spirits up. My heart and love is with you, Mama. We miss you bunches.
Oh.
My God, I can't even explain how much I miss him. Probably should have cried. Just have my eyes worked on. I don't know if I can cry. I miss him so much.
Oh, God.
Cindy is desperately missing her family, and her grueling recovery might be more than she can take alone.
So let her see her
Meanwhile,
family.
our Swan coach is concerned for Tonya's transformation after learning she reduced her surgical plan.
Tanya came into this program wanting to look 10 years younger. I just want to give her the opportunity to reconsider her decision.
You opted out of a lot of surgery, particularly facial surgery. I just all of a sudden, it's like, if I don't see part of Tonya in me, I'm going to break.
You
Do
stand
you
up for
think you're
yourself.
going to regret your decision when you get home? Because we can bring Dr. Dubrow back in to do more surgery.
I feel great with the decision I made.
Tanya's made some tough decisions. For better or worse,
Snake.
there's no turning back.
No, I love snakes. You're just a vile... Blah. Imagine, like, so this is production trying to really put the pressure on this contestant to get more surgery. This isn't just, we've listened and we've moved on. It's like, no, you said no, but we're going to push that boundary. We heard that you said no, but we're going to we heard that you said no, but we're going to continue. That if there's one thing on this planet that bothers me, in fact, it doesn't, bother is not the right word. It's more extreme than that. It absolutely destroys my will to be nice to anyone, is anyone taking away consent of someone else. I hate that. Consent is the most important thing we have as autonomous human beings in this world, and this show is trying to push her to revoke her consent, to say, I don't want more surgery. Vile.
While Cindy is pressing on, it's agony for her to be away from home, but she's focusing on her recovery in hopes of making it to the pageant.
Bloody
Feel
pageant.
my nose, the smallness of my nose, and it's just awesome.
Cindy's only day 7 now after a very difficult rhinoplasty, requiring a lot of work. It's coming together really, really nicely. It looks beautiful at this point.
Oh, good. She's got really full lips as well.
To hear Dr. Hayward say that my nose looks awesome, looks so good, is just, I wanted to cry. I feel real good about myself. I feel beautiful.
Cindy is
It's kind of difficult to take a show like this for what it is worth, because, like, at the end of the day, if the contestants do come away feeling beautiful and it's had a profoundly wondrous effect on their life, I can't really deny and say that that should have never happened in the first place, because I'm not involved in the ethics of this program. I just think the way that they've gone about it is unethical. It feels, because obviously, like, surgery is very expensive, and it's kept at this, like, elitist level thing that not a lot of people have access to. And I'm torn about it, because I feel like it's a discussion. It's all grey area. It's just a discussion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. God, when I got all emotional earlier, my eyes, like, still weeping, girls. Weeping.
keeping a positive attitude through a tough recovery, while Tonya is now focusing on her emotional transformation.
I've been trying to help her let go of her pain so she can move forward in her life. Tanya's depressed and angry about her divorce.
That pissed me off. That made me, I'm...
Don't
it hurt
televise
me.
therapy.
Part of me just wants to just start hitting me.
You keep talking about wanting to hit. What if the next time you go to the gym with Greg, you build that into your program?
Come on, Tanya, hit it. Come on, hit it. 2, 3, come on, hit it.
I started punching away, and I felt like I got a little emotional there.
14 seconds for 14 years of frustration. You angry? Come on.
When I look at the bag, I see my ex-husband's face.
Oh my God, okay. But why would you ever say that out of context? Or would a production team have gone, why don't you say that you've seen your ex-husband? No. Like, do you reckon they'd be like that? God, the early 2000s was really full of, like, gremlins in production, wasn't it?
Our competitors took two different approaches to the Swan program. Cindy came in hopes of losing her witch-like nose and gaining a sense of self-esteem.
I'm sick of the
She
witch
battled
nose, sick of
homesickness and
hearing about
underwent
it.
extensive procedures to dramatically
never had a
change
witch
her
nose.
appearance. But will she heal in time? And has she gained the confidence to be a pageant contender? Tonya entered the program hoping to feel 10 years younger and struggling to overcome a string of tragedies. Early on, she was dealt a setback.
I flew off the mountain.
You flew off the mountain.
She opted for fewer surgeries, allowing her more time in the gym. Can this 40-year-old pull it all together to
Good.
make it to the pageant? With
we
1
don't
month
care
left,
about the pageant.
both competitors are pushing their bodies to the limit to maximize their transformations.
Okay, is this the last bit already? Gosh.
Welcome
Rest
back
the
to the
banister.
Swan. Cindy and Tawnya are in the
ugly
final
shoe.
preparations for their big reveal. It's been a month since we've seen them, and nearly 3 months since they've seen themselves in a mirror. In a moment, we'll finally see the results of their transformations.
See, the thing is, like, not being able to see yourself for 3 months whilst going through this whole traumatic, transformative process must also increase a level of trauma to the body, no? Like, surely your mental health would just deteriorate by that point, no?
Now, gathered here is the team of experts who designed their plans. Good evening, fabulous experts. Let's talk about
Cult.
Cindy Ingle.
Cult.
Her biggest issue was trying to get over her childhood nickname, which was the Witch, due to her nose.
Sake!
Dr. Hayworth, when you met Cindy first, you actually didn't even think you could fix her nose, did you?
I was rather apprehensive when I first saw Cindy's nose, and I realized I had a very challenging job ahead of me. But I think everything came together quite nicely.
And Dr. Luffman, Cindy used to shave
Who
her
are all these
facial
other
hair
people?
with a razor. How did you get her over that?
She was shaving every single day and found that she would even have that 5 o'clock stubble. Now that she's had laser hair removal, she wakes up stubble-free.
Fantastic. Well, by the
Okay.
look on all of your
I mean,
faces, you're very
all
anxious
right.
to see the new...
In 3 months, I don't think you can have enough laser hair removal to make it, like, permanently gone. You'd only get, like, 3 sessions in that time, so... maybe not even 3, maybe more like 2 every 6 weeks, girls.
So, let's see if it was worth all the hard work, shall we? Please welcome the brand new Cindy Ingle.
Oh, God, it's so strange, isn't it? It's not the same person. Oh my God. You would never know. Her child is going to have such a difficult time with this because, like, she looks like a completely different person. Completely different. I actually feel like her eyebrow lift has actually made her eyes look smaller, if you see there. What a weird. Oh, it's strange. Isn't surgery absolutely insane? Insane? I'm a bit gobsmacked at about this because she literally looks like a completely different person. I can't deny this work is incredible, but like, wow. Wow. I've got very conflicting emotions, girls.
My goodness gracious me. Hey, you. Oh, you look amazing.
Thank
You feel good?
Yes, I
Come
feel
with
very
me.
good.
Oh, my word.
And she won't
How
even
are
be
you?
fully healed yet.
Wonderful,
A year
thank
from
you.
facial
You look
surgery.
Fantastic. Yes, despite not having seen myself, I feel great. I feel beautiful. I feel it. It's here.
The time has come, Cindy.
That feels a bit like a planted sentence. Oh, God.
Cindy, behind that curtain
Is the gout
there's a
mirror.
When you're ready, the curtain will be drawn back, and you will see yourself for the first time in 3 months. It's time to walk up to the curtain for me.
Take the walk of the Illuminati, girls. Oh, it's this lovely shot again. Over the top, and round the corner, and down the bend, hither and thither. Stand on the Illuminati. Sunshine, yes. What if that hideous statue's going to be there? Oh, it is lovely. Oh, somebody's been to the IKEA curtain department.
Cindy, are you ready?
No!
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Gosh. Come on, girls. Hold my hands.
Oh my God.
What a reaction.
Wow.
The level of emotions. They could have picked a better dress for her though, something a bit more like form-fitting and glamorous. It would have been interesting if they put them all, for example, all in the same dress so that they could really see what has actually happened to them. But like, This is really, really a lot. Like, this reaction feels like the most genuine reaction we've seen so far out of everyone. Because some of them have been so dramatic and so over the top. This one feels a lot more like somber, but still positive. I don't know. Very confused.
Thank you.
Wow, her boobs are gigantic.
Oh my goodness.
The music and everything. I'm like,
Can I just ask you, do you feel blah anymore?
No. Oh my God, not at all. Oh my God. Wait
She
till
probably
my
doesn't even
husband
remember
sees-
saying that. Your
What
husband
is
loved
it
you
about yourself
before.
that shocks you most?
My nose it's tiny. My waist is tiny.
Do you recognize yourself at all, Cindy?
Bosoms are
I
plentiful.
don't recognize myself. I look great.
Yes, you do. And you know
There's
what?
so
You
many
have a
problems.
chance.
There's so There's so many problems with that sentence of like, I don't recognize myself. I look great. I feel like that's one of those things that needs to be addressed with therapy first, because I think everyone before they have like a dramatic surgery should really have some therapy, because there are complications that can happen from surgery that later down the line you might discover that at the time of just coming out of it, you're like, yes, amazing, I feel great. 10 years later, you have a complication from it. And all those problems that you haven't addressed because they live between your ears are going to creep up again, or might even be worse than they were before.
Hearts to thank where they are.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The audio quality just got terrible.
Very, very proud that her nose came out so perfectly. It just harmonized so well with the rest of her facial features. It was great.
When I saw Cindy, I thought,
Oh, I don't care what you
"Who
have
is
to
that
say."
movie star?
We just saw Cindy's big
sachet.
reveal. She's now waiting to find out if she's moving on to the Swan pageant. So, it's time to meet
Oh,
her
not wearing a
competition,
necklace.
Tonya Cook.
Dangerous for a dress.
Experts. Now, Tonya came to us having survived a series of tragedies, but she made it through the end of her program. Dr. Yanni, can you explain to me what her mental state was like when she joined us and what it's like now?
No.
When Tonya came to the program, she was depressed, angry, and carrying the weight of an enormous
She
amount
says,
of grief.
and now she's better.
Today, she's so much lighter on the inside, it shows all over her face.
That's what we like to
From
hear.
12 sessions
and
of
Dr.
therapy, I
Dubrow,
don't
were you as
think.
happy with her physical transformation?
I would like to have done a little bit more aggressive surgery on Tonya, but I think
Don't
she's
use
going
the
to
word
like her
aggressive.
transformation. That's what it's all about for me.
Fantastic. Well, we'll see her results
need
in just a
aggressive
moment.
surgery.
I know you're anxious, but first, let's see what she looked like in the beginning.
Oh, time for a dodgy
When
transition.
I look in the mirror
Zoom.
now, I just see an old lady, somebody
PowerPoint is
who's
quaking.
not all what she was before.
Here she is, the brand new Tonya Cook.
Come on, Tonya. You stood up to these doctors. Give us a wonderful transformation from your own willpower. She kind of looks like the dentist. And she does look really radiant though. Oh, someone did her dirty with that lash.
Tonya, oh my goodness, you look incredible. And breathe. You said
Everyone kinda
once
looks like,
that you
"You
just
didn't get all
wanted
the
to be
surgery."
a different person. Yes. Do you feel like a different person?
Yes, I feel totally different. I've changed from the inside out. I feel good about myself. I can take on the world now. And before that, I couldn't.
It's been a while since you've seen yourself.
Yes.
It's time. It's time to
Oh,
see
they're
the
being a
new
bit
you.
abrupt with her, aren't they? Like, you didn't
Behind
play by
that
the
curtain
rules, Pat.
lies a mirror.
Think it out,
You okay?
Yeah.
Come on, Tonya.
Tonya, step up to the curtain for me.
Oh, what's with the hateful shoes in this program? I missed a beat. Oh, a drummer's joined in. Come on, girls. Again, what beautiful fake tan they've put on her. Massive transformation just with having a nice tan on.
Are you ready for this, Tonya?
Oh, what is with this shot? We don't need that.
Yes, I'm ready.
Phil Collins. Oh, come off it!
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I love it.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm so glad you said that.
I bet you are. Lawsuit.
Oh. Thanks, everybody. Oh my God.
Okay, maybe she is quite happy about it.
I look so much younger. Oh my God.
It is a different Tonya, right?
I do actually really like her teeth.
They are. I can hang out with them now.
Well done, you. Congratulations.
Ooh. That was a completely different reaction to the first contestant that we saw here, Cindy. Gosh, I feel a little bit like emotional roller coaster again, girls. It just is forever, isn't it? It's constant.
Guys, come on in.
She looked incredible. She had this big, gorgeous smile.
Possessed!
And you could tell that she was really happy because she was beaming.
Why did the dentist look so possessed then? What was that all about? Look! Possessed, girls! Annabelle, the orthodontist. She's a buff woman on the game.
She looked absolutely spectacular. She was beautiful. She had just made a complete transformation, 100%.
Welcome back to the Swan. It's time to find out if our judges, in consultation with our experts, have decided whether Cindy or Tonya will be moving on to the Swan
Who are the
pageant.
judges? Wait! In combination with the experts. Who are the judges? We haven't met them yet, have we? So the experts get to decide a little bit, and then some mysterious judging force gets to decide the rest, and we haven't even met them, so we have no idea what the criteria is.
She struggled with problems at home and backed away from elements of her surgical program.
She
But
did.
in the
Good
end,
for her.
Tonya renewed her spirit and stands here today, a youthful beauty. Cindy began the Swan program determined to lose her witch-like nose and get her body
Stop
into
saying
shape.
the witch-like
Her positive
nose.
attitude helped her make the transformation from a self
Are they got royalties on the phrase witch-like nose? Like, what is going on this show?
proclaimed witch to an elegant beauty.
A witch again.
Let's
She
bring
was
them
never
out.
a witch. You could be a witch no matter what you look like.
Gentlemen,
Come on, manservants. Show me what you've got. I'll bring in the violin. Oh, and the twinkly twinkles.
ladies, one of you is about to move forward to the
I
pageant.
wonder which one's going to move on to the
Crowned
pageant.
the Swan. Well, you've been judged on beauty, poise, and overall transformation.
Poise?
Along
How have
with
you
that
been judged
title,
on
ladies,
poise?
comes cash and prizes worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
In this envelope
Okay.
is the name of the woman who's been chosen to go on to the pageant. The woman who has earned a place in the pageant tonight
is the Bumblebee. Come on.
is Cindy Ingle.
Is anybody shocked and surprised because somebody else stood up to the doctors? Absolutely
Cindy made
not.
it to the pageant for its intensity of spirit, motivation, and physical transformation.
I think Cindy made it to the pageant because she had a great heart, soul, mind, and commitment.
Cindy, well done. Well done. Thank you. If you could just stand over here while I say goodbye to Tanya. Thank you, darling. Oh. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Disappointed.
But no, feel confident and
Really pleased for Cindy. She's a great person. She deserves it.
Before I say goodbye to you, I've got one more surprise.
It's a puppy.
Okay? Come over here.
Oh, come on, girls.
Gentlemen.
A bag of eggs. A Fabergé egg.
Oh my God! Oh
Oh, thank gosh her daughter's okay. Almost might have been manufactured. For drama. Gosh. Oh, that's quite pleasant, actually.
When I saw my mom for the first time, I really didn't know what to say or do, because, like, she looked just like a little Barbie doll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love your hair! Oh my god!
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, the rest of the family goes. Oh.
You look beautiful. Different. Yes.
Oh.
She really looks young. She looks like more one of my grandchildren now.
My great family.
I feel like I've got a lot of strength. I'm a different person. Anybody given the opportunity to do this should do it.
No,
it's
I
a
disagree.
wonderful place to change yourself basically from the inside out.
But you don't.
can
You
face
just
the
change the
world now.
outside.
Cindy, you did it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh,
Cindy
tell
doesn't
me
get
how
to see
proud
her
you are of yourself right now.
family.
I'm very proud of myself. Thank you. It's not over yet, Cindy. No, it's not. It's just beginning. It's just beginning. The preparation begins now because the next time we see you, we'll be at the pageant. And you'll be one step closer to becoming the Swan.
God.
Are you ready for
So
that?
dramatic.
Yes, I am very ready.
Are you ready?
Good.
Are you
Because
ready,
next
Cindy?
Monday, the transformations continue as 2 more women vie for a spot on the most unusual beauty pageant ever devised.
You can say that again.
Who will be named the Swan.
What? Look at all these producers. All of you are at fault here, girls. All of you. Quick, Stevens, Scott Crouch, Rivera, Boyd, and Bania. Naughty girls. Well, my lovelies, I'm going to take my Ohrhanger out there. Oh, and push my laptop away from me because once again, I have been fully shocked throughout this entire episode. I cannot believe the amount of, like, weight that was put onto Tonya's, like, personal like troubles that she was having in her life. This level of production interaction being like, right, we need to film that man running down the hallway and knock on her door and be like, there's been an accident, girls. Like, none of that needed to happen. It could have just been cut away. There could have been a black square on the screen just saying an accident has been happened inside Tonya's family. We have paused filming to allow her to process this situation and then moving forward, or something like that. Like, what? It's so weird. And then at the fact that at the very, very end, everybody was brought in like nothing had happened before. Well, my lovelies, let me know what you guys think in the comments box below, because once again, it's too much. It's just too much, my loves. So I'm thinking about doing an episode of The Swan every 2 weeks so that we can actually like pick up some pace and get through the episodes, because there's a lot of them. So much. Just lots. I was going to say drama. This isn't drama. This is insanity. Well, I suppose I should do the Twitch shout out, shouldn't I? And today's Twitch shout out goes to Grey Junimo. Thank you so much for following me over on Twitch, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Twitch shout out, make sure you go and follow me over on Twitch. It is Luxeria Plays and I stream 3 nights a week, Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons. You can see yourselves on the screen right here, you stunners, absolute stunners. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you and a huge shout out to my top tier Patreons and channel members: Erwin Fox, Stephanie Niatupski, Morriganey Wolf, Erin Conkle, Magusta Lagoose, Steph Utek, Caitlin Wright, Dana Broderick, Moldy Apple, Orkos Samoji, Jara Pavlowski, and Jodia. Thank you so much for supporting this Chanel, my gorgeous people. You are allowing us to thrive and survive. And I'm going to leave you on a note of, if a doctor ever wants to do surgery on you that you do not want, you are more than welcome to stand up and say, actually, that's not for me. I had to do it once before, and I'm sure I'll probably do it again. Good on you, Tonya. And I will see you in the next video, gorgeous people.